Okay, so thank you for having some interest in A Place to Talk. I look forward to talking to you. Sorry the video's so late. This is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. That'll be Sunday, May the 31st. Can you believe? January, February, March, April, May, 5 months in. I had to say I'm not allowed to count, right? Of course, May's the 5th month. We should know that. But Monday will be January the 1st. Okay, this past week we focused on 2 verses. Do not judge or you'll be judged. For the same way you judge others, you'll be judged, right? If you measure it out heavy, it'll come back to you heavy. If you measure it out light, it'll come back to you light. The idea last week was just all about that. You get judged the same way you're judged. Okay, this week we're looking at the next couple of verses. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye? I've been building the deck today, so I can certainly understand the idea of a speck of sawdust versus we put the deck up with 6x6 posts. Or a 2x4. It's almost like Jesus is saying sawdust versus a 2x4, right? How can you say to your brother, "Let me take the speck out of your eye," when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Okay, so what does that word hupakeo, that the hypocrite word, come from? Where does it come from? It's one who answers. It's an interpreter, an actor, a stage player, a pretender, a hypocrite. So Jesus probably spoke originally in Aramaic, and scholars often think he may have used a word related to hanpa, or it meant godless or impious and deceitful, hypocritical, morally false. It's not a perfect 1:1 translation, but actor would be the kind of idea that it would be. So what are we talking about here? When you're judging, is Jesus saying when you're judging others, you're being an actor, a hypocrite? The Hebrew meaning is profane, godless, hypocrite, corrupt, morally false. The Greek translation, the Greek language, would be play actor. Why do you think Jesus used such exaggerated images, like a plank in one eye and a speck in another, to teach this lesson? What does that reveal about how easily we notice others' flaws before our own? What's the difference between healthy correction and hypocritical judgment? These are the things we'll be talking about on Sunday, May 31st, at A Place to Talk. When is it loving to help someone? And when can it become prideful or harmful? Why is self-examination so hard for us? Why do we often spot specks in others' eyes faster than we can see the planks in our own eyes? Jesus says to remove the plank first, then you'll see clearly to help your brother. What does this teach about humility and accountability? Is Jesus helping correct others, or is he teaching a better way to do it? Or is Jesus completely against correcting others? If you see somebody getting ready to fall off a cliff, you might scream, "Stop, don't keep going," right? That's loving. How could this teaching change relationships in families, churches, friendships, or even politics and social media today? What would happen if people practiced this before criticizing others? I saw an old friend of mine on TikTok, and I don't know how to tell him this, and so I haven't, but he was, telling this person that Christians don't judge. And I agree, we shouldn't be judgmental. But I noticed a couple more of his TikToks in the same session as I'm sitting there swiping through TikTok, and his next 2 or 3 TikToks are very, very judgmental. Now, they happen to be judgmental things that I would totally agree with, but it's so hard not to judge. What would happen if we dealt with ourselves first? Is there a way to be focused on dealing with ourselves first? Is Jesus saying never try and help or correct your brother? Or rather, is he saying, first remove the plank, then you'll see clearly to help someone else? Is this not a total ban on discernment or helping others? Is it just kind of getting the order right? You self-examine first, you have humility, then you have clear vision, then you can help others and restore. That's what we'll talk about this Sunday at A Place to Talk. Love to have you, 10:30 a.m., Sunday, May 31st, 1546 Brookford Church Road. You have questions, call me, 828-238-2682.